All right.
Did you like that?
They said that people answer. They never do more than 1 year. For all where they say, people that are beyond CDC, they present. They will measure to who. What I'm calling them, straight complaint. Attack a question. Then you continue to go with plastic and you will do better. So the 4-year guarantee in Liberia. Accept.
All right. Did you like that?
They said that people answer. They never do more than 1 year. For all where they say, people that are beyond CDC, they present. They will measure to who. What I'm calling them, straight complaint. Attack a question. Then you continue to go with plastic and you will do better. So the 4-year guarantee in Liberia. Accept when they tell them, they go by the place where they're coming from. They go by the one letter. They power to it more than 1 year.
Everything I said before that, I was.
I not discuss this anymore, but when I don't have from people. No, we stood up for 6 years. We didn't stand up for 4 more politicians or 4 more opposition to come and can't do that. They do something to me. Look, I will not discuss this anymore. But when the time reach, the heat will hit somebody. They put out and say, oh, you're not buy, they're not buy me. I am saying it now. When you're happy, I approach the issue, and nothing has been done about it. I left from Nimakana, I reached at 2 o'clock in the morning because I was angry. I don't want to see anybody that movement. Jeremiah did not want me to be represented. I do not want Jeremiah to be vice president. Who will feed it? Will feed it? Who will feed it? Will feed it?
We are no leader in Labrador concerning our left president. Of course, like you or not, for the carry in there. Yes, he just screened well for all because since 15 years plus we've been living in my house around here, and he there screened well by baby. They are screaming well. Apartment, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, 1 bedroom. I gave me 12-year president because since we've been getting leader, he's the only president that come in and like sit in a chair and do things that other people have never done.
That convention has been described as an unspeakable disgrace and a letdown to the Liberian people, especially when you look at the outcome of the convention. That convention produced a gentleman who is known locally and internationally for his corruptible conduct. Besides, the processes leading to the convention were undemocratic, and that was the beginning of the prostitution of the values that the Liberty Party stands for or espouses. So that convention is a joke. It was in contravention of the party's constitution. That position has been eloquently articulated by one of our colleagues by the name of Clark Toomey. Clark Toomey was an aspirant in the convention. He went there. He wanted to be a Secretary General of the party, and when he went to the convention, in contravention of the party's constitution, it was the beginning of the bastardization of the integrity standard in the Liberty Party.
Mr. Jackson, somebody listening to you want to know what you mean by the convention was pre-packaged.
It was pre-packaged in the sense that they arranged it beforehand. Who will be chairman? Who will be secretary? Who will be?
So in short, he's saying it was rigged.
So it was pre-arranged. All right.
What's the reliance to that, Mr. Jackson? What is your
talk to my junior brother, Senator Dillon? Senator Dillon, I want you to know that you are not Okran with the TRC report. Every time you see me come in, no, when you were speaking, you didn't say order. When you were speaking, you did not say order. Whenever time you see me, you talk about war. I must tell you, the people of Nimba were declared enemy of the state. They were being butchered or slaughtered like chickens and goats, and we have to defend ourselves to survive today. Deal with the issue that is on the floor. Deal with the issue on the agenda. But this boy who has his own record of gazing, who's a boy? You know him. Then every time he sees me, he talk about Wakwanko, Prince Johnson, Wakwanko. When you see me, I want you, Mr. Pro Tem, give me a time, set a special date. I will brief the Senate. I will elect you. I will teach you. I will tutor you. by using the very TLC that justice was not done to. Before the fraud, irregularities. This is why the commission divided into two.
Politics is not stagnant, it's revolving. If I said this in the past about almost a year ago, and somebody decided to bring the cassette of oath today, it does not have any effect on our desire to endorse Honorable Jeremiah Cole.
Nonsense. I'm not going to respond to that. We will call for welcome code here. And those who are Prince Johnson nonsense. You are Prince Johnson nonsense. You are Prince Johnson nonsense. I'm not going to respond to that. You are Prince Johnson nonsense. I'm not going to respond to that. You are Prince Johnson nonsense. I'm not going to respond to that. We will call for welcome code here. And those who feel guilty will always feel some session. But every time you say welcome code, they say the ugly animal go bring water and baboon start making flour. By the time you say welcome code, Prince Johnson feel that you're talking to him. If he say he did the right thing to protect his people, go say it before the court. At this point, the impunity in this country is emboldening people to even be more corrupt and do things and to hurt this country with no fear that justice will be meted against them. And so, at the measure of the name War and Economic Crimes Code, those who feel guilty at heart, even the Bible says, even the wicked flee when nobody running after them. At the measure of the name War Crime Code, Prince Johnson goes into IRA. I think he will run away from session every session because every time I will remind us that we have to do War Crime Code. We got the culture of impunity must come to our end. No, then they don't understand the issue. The issue is about the culture of impunity, transparency and accountability. Transparency and accountability. We'll talk more.
There one more year. The horse normally Kanga Lauren lays in along the boulevard around the new ministerial complex. That horse was constructed for her by her former partner, Mr. Cyril Ali, during the MPP days when corruption was flourishing in the country. So she has zero record on fighting corruption. Then you come to my friend Dillon. Dillon is an indecent opportunist, a dishonest charlatan.
But Anthony Jackson,
Did I hear you say?
There one more year. The horse normally Kanga Lauren lays in along the boulevard around the new ministerial complex. That horse was constructed for her by her former partner, Mr. Cyril Ali, during the MPP days when corruption was flourishing in the country. So she has zero record on fighting corruption. Then you come to my friend Dillon. Dillon is an indecent opportunist, a dishonest charlatan.
but Anthony Jackson,
Did I hear you say?
Dangerous hypocrite. This man here will not serve Liberia well. Today, as we speak, Dillon, who was talking blah 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 blah. What did you hear about him? Senator Abbott, he said, hey man, here, he almost a political Pharisee. He's a hypocrite. In the day, he telling me I corrupt. In the night, he crawling on his belly, pathetically begging me for hand out. Have you heard Dillon to issue any rebuttal to that statement? No. In the law, that statement qualifies as what? Adaptive admission. When somebody says something about you in the public and that thing is not true, the duty is upon you to denounce, to refute the allegation. The law says if you do not refute that allegation is presumed and assumed to be true.
Anthony
So
Jackson,
we call Senator Chie accusation against Dillon to be true. When Musa Belete, out of anger, announced on OKFN and say, that Dillon man here who say I saw to Paul, he will never say that about me because I sponsor his campaign. They don't ever announce to the Liberian people that Musa Belete took some of his corrupt money to sponsor his campaign. No. He is not an earnest person. And so all the adjectives ascribed to him, they are befitting of him.
Anthony Jackson, last evening I listened to you on
Musa
Freedom
Belete stole 180,000 in tax money from the Liberian government, for which he was dragged to court 2010. 2012, he was announced convicted. This is the man also condemned by FIFA as a fraudster. This is the man who is in the midst of the CPP, and the CPP is not throwing what I call a cordon sanitaire around him. Now, if you have a guy who is a potential contaminant and you have it in your midst, what do you think will happen? He will contaminate everybody. You know, this man is a walking corruption virus. Anything he comes in contact with, anything he touches, he contaminates. The CPP will be contaminated very soon. Because my own Liberty Party is now contaminated. People in the Liberty Party who took Peacock Truck for Ability today, they are defending him up and down the country. They are defending, even though they know Mr. Ability was condemned by FIFA for 10 years as a fraudster. Even though they know Mr. Ability was convicted of tax evasion, fraud. They still defend him because he was able to get them Peacock Truck.
I love ABC Radio.
And every time you hear this tone, you know the morning breeze is on ABC Radio 105.7. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to the morning breeze on your favorite dial. This is where we talk those issues that matter to the growth and development of Liberia. The most important issues you can think about in Liberia is what we discuss on this platform. My name is Fidel Sadie, and I'd like to welcome you to the show this morning. And as always, I am not here alone. I'm here with a tag team. Okay, welcome to the show this morning. Good morning, gentlemen.
Well, good morning to you.
For some reason, I don't know. Okay, I think I got you now. Go ahead.
Good morning, Fidel. It's a pleasure. Good to be on the morning breeze. It's lovely Thursday morning. Good morning to our many valuable listeners across Liberia. And good morning to the folks following this broadcast as well via social media. It's a pleasure. Good to be here.
Okay, that's great. Anthony?
Always.
Are you off?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Always a pleasure to be here to do what we love doing best.
Mm-hmm.
Well, again, we are grateful to be here after some days of break on the morning breeze.
Okay. And how was your night?
Well, it was wonderful. As always, the fact that we have breath for the next day, our day is always okay.
It's always okay. Okay, Mo, welcome. And our weather reached this morning 76 degrees Celsius. Precipitation is at 80%. Humidity is 100%. And the wind speed is 3 miles per hour. Yep. We're rushing it this morning. Our motivational quote says, if people are doubting how far you can go, right? If people are doubting how far you can go, you go so far that you can't hear them anymore. If people are doubting how far you can go so far that you can't hear them anymore. Guys, what's your interpretation?
Say that again.
If people are doubting how far you can go so far that you can't hear them anymore.
Well, I think, in my opinion, it's just about proving people wrong. People who feel that you can make it. People who feel that you can be nobody. You know, it's good that you always try high to push it and to prove them wrong. You know, that is my interpretation.
And so my interpretation is when people underestimate you, feel that you can be anything, try to be somebody so that they know who you are.
Definitely.
So, sometimes biblically, the Bible says, "Pray for your enemies so that they will see you alive and give glory to the name of the Father."
I pray for your enemy too.
I mean, somehow I'll pray for my enemy.
I know many people don't subscribe to that.
Even if the person is seeking my downfall.
Yes, pray for them.
Yeah. Okay, but clearly this is there will be criticisms along the way.
Right.
All right. Take those criticisms in good strife, and what you do is keep doing what you have to do. All right, regardless of the criticism, to the point where people feel, okay, there's no need to criticize this man, my man. I think this man has lived up to the expectation of what we thought he couldn't do. I think he has done that, and he's actually proven us wrong. Okay, so keep doing what you have to do. All right, so that's it this morning. Quickly, our traffic alerts, guys. Starting up with the Pinsville and Tio.
As usual, from ERWA Junction to Boulevard Junction, traffic at the moment. Once you are caught up around 7 o'clock, just rest assured that you will stay in the traffic for a longer time. From Boulevard Junction to 540, huge traffic as well at the moment. From 540 to Kelly Junction, huge traffic as well. From Kelly Junction to Vamoma, huge traffic as well. From Vamoma to 20th Street, huge as well. Once you cross 20th Street, it means you are free now to head to town swiftly. Yes.
Okay. And so from
the Bourgeois
Island Inn, our first stop is around the Saturday market around Kuwait. Some would say around the Morovia Club Breweries area, where you encounter the first set of traffic. From there onward to Douala around St. Mary's Catholic High School around the Douala market. You also experience traffic right there. At Kawa Junction, there is another traffic. And then you move on to Seyon Town. Around Seyon Town, around the Toyota garage, there is also a traffic there. When you slip away that area, you come around Freeport because of the the road construction there. You experience traffic onto Peugeot Garage, where it's around Petit Town Junction. You also experience a slow pace of movement. You come to Clareton Store, you encounter the main traffic up onto the intersection of Waterside in Central Morovia. Okay, from Gardnersville area, I want to start off with Barnersville Junction, where you will experience a slow movement of traffic because of the in and out movement of cars at that junction. Onto the Sumo Junction after supermarket, you also experience traffic right there. You move on to New Georgia Junction. I experienced a red light at New Georgia Junction just yesterday morning. So because of that, you experience some level of traffic there. You move on to Battery Factory. There's something that I experienced around Battery Factory. There are some potholes on that road. I don't know what is happening there. So because of that, you experience traffic there as well. Or to Jamaica Road Junction, again, there is another traffic immediately after the bridge. So when you move from that point, you come to Freeport. At the intersection there, you experience traffic because you have cars going to Douala area, car going on the other way. That's it.
Okay, those are our traffic alerts for you this morning on ABC Radio 105.7. The Morning Breeze with Fidel Sadie, Anthony J. Fan, and Theo Williams. Let's go across the country. But before then, my man, where your man Ali Bongo say? He said more before more cause noise.
Make loud noise.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of strange. I don't know. I mean, well, because the whole but before we get to that, guys, we keep receiving an increase in the number of coups in Africa.
Yes.
I don't know
if it's cool now.
Yeah.
Since 2020.
What are your perspectives on these occurrences in Africa?
Well, I think it clearly speaks to the fact that African leaders who want to try to respect the Constitution, besides respecting the Constitution, respect the will of the people. Because, for instance, the Gabon situation, you know the story and I know the story. Since 1967, a particular family has ruled that country. Yes.
My father was 7 years old then.
Omar Bongo ruled all those years. Later on in 2019, his son Ali Bongo took on the matter of authority in Gabon up to present before he was ousted by the military. So it's a clear signal that African leaders should try to learn from these kinds of coups across the continent. Though some people are terming it as unconstitutional, but again, Fidel, you can't stay somewhere for all those years and you feel entitled. I think it's wrong. And they've tried over the years, to just do anything just to remain in power. Classic example is also in Uganda.
Museveni.
One of those African presidents. So I think it's a caveat to those who want to just remain in power until death. And want to impose their way on the people.
There I was going. If you stay there and you do the will of the people, sometimes it is good. But if you stay there and you want to impose, even if you stay there, you like to be Jesus Christ. People will say have problem because of the time you stay. And then you want to impose your will on the people, well, then you turn the other way around. And so no one should feel entitled to a particular position. The fact that was not, or it is not your God-given title. You don't have to feel so entitled and make sure that other people are denied that opportunity to also enjoy the same rights you enjoy, because that is a right for everyone to benefit or enjoy. So when you want to like that way, again, I think the kind of coups are taking place because the world is getting modern every day. Things are changing. In time past, people believe that they make him be president for any years you want to be. Like in our time, you have William V.S. Tubman who served 27 years. Today, nobody can even go for 13 years. You know, there's a problem. So things are getting sophisticated by the day. So everybody feel that they should have some level of changes every time, so that they can know what is happening on the side, who can do it better, and who can make it to be best. So African leaders particularly have to rethink their decisions of holding on to power perpetually and refusing to leave, even when their times are expired. Yes, you don't die for something where your God given.
Well, Anthony, imagine the guy had the audacity to call on his supporters to make loud noise.
And that's the funny part. That's the funny part.
What is this guy thinking?
So I'm thinking, what is your supporter loud noise with people who are tired with you?
I mean, and what is even shocking is the fact that, and let me bring this down and let's listen to him small. Even though it's, let's listen to them, man.
Imagine, man.
Yeah.
I'm Ali Bongo Ondimba, President of Gabon, and I'm to send a message to all the friends that we have all over the world to tell them to make noise. For the people here have arrested me and my family.
Because they've arrested you and your family, so the people should make noise.
And so you know the reason why the contest that guy is speaking in this. For me, I want to believe, currently we have a situation in Niger, right? ECOWAS has said they deploying troops in Niger. In fact, if Niger refused to return the junta refused to return the country to civilian rule, they're going to use military force. And so this guy is also seeking that same kind of sympathy. You make noise. ECOWAS,
we intervene.
UN,
their friends that he friends is talking about that.
The IC,
they are the ones who should make noise.
You make noise. You make noise. So human rights will come in. You make noise, so the people can release. Those are the kind of thing.
But I mean,
again, we can continue to say because ECOWAS will come, international community, UN and other people will come to make noise, to talk to people, so we can dialogue. So we should hold on. But then leave, man.
I mean,
so the ordinary people will suffer.
That's the point.
Again, I'm not in favor of coup. Actually, I against coup because sometimes a coup will lead to the loss of too many lives. When the coup leaders don't do their work good to just get who they want easily, it lead to the loss of too many lives. But again, you, the man who leading, you have to also be very careful as to how you lead the people. Know that place now your uncle and power fund.
But there's a turn in the nature of coup now.
Yeah,
they are becoming
it's done easily
more like
nowadays.
bloodless.
Yes. Almost all of the coups since 2020. They just grab it quietly. And the next thing we hear, the men on a horse.
And it has always involved the army.
Yes, because before the head of a home is taken out, somebody should be in that home. That is giving out information, that is setting up everything. And so all of those who have been arrested, all of the presidents who have been arrested of recent, those are people who have insiders. In fact, the insiders are tired.
But guys, are you aware that the president of Uganda, Museveni, dismissed his military leader for fear that something could happen? Yes.
They made dismiss
the army chief,
top military personnel, including the chief, right? So sometimes people are afraid.
So why must you even be afraid once you are providing the right leadership?
Well, you see,
who took Malay people from over there? Who was that? Now the military leader, the head of the military, was the one who led our coup. And so, everybody now gets some fear.
They want to push the right leadership.
So I think with what's happened over the time, I think we are still under. I mean, there are factors. There are several factors, but geopolitics has engulfed every small country in Africa. All right, there's this competing interest from bigger nations for
Western powers.
Yeah, that's how we call them, for control of African countries. And if you've noticed, most of the coups that took place in these francophone countries, French officials were demanded to leave those countries.
Exactly.
And you will see the coup makers or the instigators of the coup or the people who took power. You will see them with the Russian flag, which also is a signal that there's a bit of interest from Russia in Africa.
Exactly.
And we don't know to what extent this will go. But I think it is an alarming sign for African countries. And that's why we continue to preach peace here on this radio, to make sure that, all of those who've governed our country, we'll have these governance issues along the way, but we should not have a situation where our constitution will be butchered and that those who are in power will want to stay perpetually.
The government of France has condemned the coup in Gabon. And
you see the North.
You mentioned Russia coming into African countries. Yes, it's a fight for them. They started off in Namibia and other areas, Kenya and other areas. I think what they're trying to do is to probably re-strengthen, their ties. Because since the how do I call it? Since the dissolution, if I call it that way, of the Soviet Union by other Western powers, Russia now is feeling somehow
insecure.
Yes,
because those countries have gone on their own.
Yes,
Russia is
and you see how NATO has been strengthening over 32 member states, and there's a possibility that they could even increase.
They've just instated countries into NATO now.
Exactly. So Russia perhaps is taking a back. Hey, let's go to Africa. Establish a relationship with African countries to have them on our side, just in case of any eventuality. So perhaps
that's it.
Yeah.
All right, that's it right there. Plenty things happening. Let's go across the country. And speak with speak with Workout Kerry. But this morning, of course, we'll talk about the Secretary General of CDC's visit to the headquarters of the ANC. We'll talk about the president's trip to Margibi County, of course, which we'll talk to Workout Kerry about, and then we'll talk about the video, the recording that has gone viral on social media involving Prince Johnson. Let's go to Margibi County right now and speak with our man Walcott Kiri. Walcott, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you and good morning to all of our listeners of ABC Radio.
My man, you are privileged to have Mr. President in your county. How is it going?
Yeah, the President, His Excellency Dr. George Manneh Gbokugbe Fokli Konwiya, make his arrival yesterday in Margibi County, and it was a very jubilant mood among Margibians and Kakatonians, to be precise, receiving His Excellency the President in that joyous mood. So as we're speaking now, I'm standing in front of the guest house at NASCOP, where His Excellency had a very good night, and surrounded by galaxies of security, at least to ensure that the President get absolute security, because according to Liberians, they said they want this President to continue with his ongoing development he has been doing in the country.
Walker, just before you proceed, there's been this news on social media regarding the reception the President received in Margibi County. You care to walk us through on that?
Yeah, it is true and it is factual, and politics time like this, Manager Fidel Sedi and our listeners, too many issues can come up, especially on the positive and negative side. So if issues like that coming up, it's just because of the politics, but most of the Margibians are with a mixed opinion that most of them are saying the CDC-led government has failed them. It has not done much, and most are saying the President needs to be commended for the infrastructural development and even the peace that we enjoy in the country as the Liberians. So, but Margibians and Kakatonians, they have the mixed feeling, especially when it comes to politics time like this, and especially when it comes to CDC-led administration, governance system in the country.
Now, Walcott, I want us to stick on that. How was the reception like? Was the President wholeheartedly received? Was the turnout huge? I mean, because there's this message on social media that the President was not received wholeheartedly, and we know the kind of spirit that the President exudes whenever he enters a particular county.
Let me tell you, 2017, 2018 upwards, people were going buying their own T-shirts and printing it for the CDC-led George Manneh election at that time to become president, because most of the citizens were fed up and they want a regime change. But since the ascendancy of President George Manneh as president of the Republic of Liberia, our citizens' expectations have been downplayed by this CDC administration, and the president was not overwhelmingly, wholeheartedly as how the Margibians can come out in their numbers, in their thousands, at least to receive the president. It is not like that, any situation like that. But notwithstanding, majority of the crowds in their minute number came out, at least some of them, just to see whether, yes, this is the President George Manneh. We are coming to them, and some of them are concentrated with their busy activities, at least to see the ends meet, and some of them are saying the proper economic hard times are hitting the country, and they themselves are very affected. So, by and large, it was not received graciously as how it used to be before.
Okay,
all right. There are a series of developmental initiatives undertaken by the President in Margibi. The President has taken a sport page to Margibi. The President had done too many things. He broke ground yesterday for the CH Rennie Hospital. Yet you quoting the citizens are saying the President had done nothing for the people of Margibi County. Is it not a contradiction?
Yeah, the President broke ground yesterday for the construction of 150 bedrooms hospital at the CH Rennie Hospital that got born some part of last year. And as a result, he said the hospital will be built in 2 weeks' time. And most Margibians, most political pundits.
How many weeks?
2 weeks' time.
The construction will begin. That's what you mean.
2 weeks. Okay, in 2 weeks,
yes,
construction will start.
So most citizens are saying if that one is done, meaning the building of itself will not be guaranteed. And also the calling on the President in his wisdom, at least to ensure that the proper thing is done.
Okay.
And
we have to leave it at that. We have to leave it at that. Sorry, we have to take others on the line this morning. Thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you. It is my pleasure. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. It's Walcott Kerry there from Margibi County. And we've done our investigation, by the way, Theo Williams. We were told that the mobilization on ground, was poor. Even though holistically, it's not that the president was not wholeheartedly received, but that, you know what it is when the president arrives in a particular county. Yeah. And the guys on the ground, for some reason, they poorly mobilized. But pictures that we received, of course, we saw the crowd and how the president was received.
I also saw from the groundbreaking scene to the stadium where they had the official program. I saw a good number of people. But again, like you said, when there is no good mobilization, you will not receive the expected crowd, the expected turnout. And so maybe that might have been the issue.
Yeah, from the onset.
Later
on, of course, we saw pictures from Margibi County.
I'm even looking at it right now on my phone here.
Yeah, so we saw pictures from Margibi County that they overwhelmed. So mobilization is more like telling the people, Mr. President will be in a county.
But the first
but then when you don't tell them, and then they start to hear the news that the president is coming, obviously they will later come. And that's what happened in Margibi.
And the first thing is the two leading politicians, two leading politicians in the county, Emmanuel Nukwe and now Nathaniel McGill, they all support the president. And so those are people who and then we'll go to
Mensah is in Maryland, right?
Yeah, Mensah is in
Patrick
Maryland.
is in Maryland. Patrick Mensah is in Maryland County. Let's get to him right now. Patrick, good morning.
And I say good morning to the folks listening to this platform this morning.
How is Maryland County this morning?
Great, very great, and I think we are on course.
Okay, and I guess the political heat is popping up in that southeastern county.
Surely, the county has produced, according to record and statistic, the Southeast has produced almost hierarchies of government. So the politics is not easy in the Southeast, specifically Maryland County, where I'm reside, because Maryland, Plebo Sorokan District has produced the speaker. So the politics now is easy things so far in our county.
Now, of course, as you stated, there are too many big people in Maryland County. People in Maryland County, and who are vying for positions, whether representative, Senate, or of course. How is the atmosphere like? It began on a slow note. Where are we now in terms of the campaign?
Well, the campaign process is still ongoing so far. Over the weekend, Maryland County District 1 Representative P. Madre arrived in Maryland, and that arrival was so great with number of people turning out according to the way in which he classified the arrival. During the program, there was the indoor program that we heard at the headquarters of CDC in Harper, and the program brought together several supporters of the CDC, including some supporters of Honorable P. Madrid. He first arrived at the Harper airport because, according to him, the road condition and all the things could not permit him to use the road coming to the southeast. So he came with a flight from the Harper airport and was escorted by a group of citizens that drew him around the entire communities in Harper. Went to Nukutown, went to Herman Station, he went to the 18th, and even went apart to Okutown, and later went at the headquarters of the CDC. There where he also spoke with the citizen, letting them know that despite all the other issues that he could not do in the 6 years, but one the citizen of Harper district see the need to give him the second term, he will complete some of the projects that he left undone. He also added that he completed the market project in Nukutao. He built school in Homer Station and promised to continue all of the good situation. Followed by his campaign on Tuesday. On Tuesday, supporter of Speaker Chimo as well paraded the street of Plibo, drawing the attention of citizens, noting to the fact that they are saying there is a need to retain the speakership because they're saying since records, Plibo district or Maryland has not produced a speaker, so to have Speaker Chimo serving in that position, there is a need for the citizens of Plibo to give in the opportunity. And yesterday there was the holding a polling between the supporter of the speaker and supporter of Honorable Anthony Williams, one of the rivals of Speaker Chimo, one of the strong contenders of Speaker Chimo, on the basis that who will have this specific day, which is the 8th of October, to do the launching. Honorable Williams supporters are saying they were giving the 8th, while Speaker Chimo supporters are also saying they were giving the 8th. And yesterday we made a call to the assistant magistrate in Harper, and it was spelled out that the 8th is specifically for CDC. Though those supporters from the opposition are saying that particular there will be a serial holding and pulling, there will be a lot of violence because that 8th day was given to them according to them.
Okay, that's great. Thank you so much, Patrick, and I hope that the process will continue that way, void of violence. Thank you so much, my brother.
That's our prayer, Chief. Thank you so much.
Okay, is our man Patrick Menza from Maryland County. Anthony, do you have someone there?
Yeah, yeah, we're going to J. Foley Camara in Grand Cape County.
You change the man in now.
J. Foley Camara now is live on the line. Good morning, Foley. How you doing?
Well, I'm doing great, good video guy, and good morning to ABC Radio family, and good morning to Liberia.
Foley, we've been getting report. Yesterday, we briefly talked to you on the happening in Pokpa district. Bring us up to speed about the happening.
Well, it's quite interesting. The day of the departure of the Excellency from Damara, we have two groups in Damara. One is called Howard, which is in support of the CDC.
Yeah, Howard, Jolly.
Yeah, the Howard group is in support of CDC, and another group called Montenegro, which is the opposition. So they started provoking each other in our process. The chair lady called Benu Pepe was lying to the process. And so the brother came to inquire and he was sworn in here. So immediately, the parliament chief, Madam Haja Kunen, she entered into the process, she kind of situation. After that, she was departed to Robertsburg for stakeholder meeting. After she left midnight, the situation really escalated. And in our process, 3 persons was wounded in our process, and another one was very severely wounded, and that person recorded at JFK Medical Hospital seeking for medication. For everything sparkled by the youth, Richard Tucker, he is a youth from Damala. He started the process by spraying one Master Sherry, who is sister to Madame Belu Pepe. That's escalated everything. And Richard Tucker is yes on the ground. And according to our witness, we see the environment that they heard far one shot that was single barrel, but it couldn't actually identify who shot the gun, and the guy was victim, which is Faridu Kone, which is now currently at JFK Medical Hospital for medication. But as in be aware in county, there's another alarming issue in the fact that up to chemical housing that were every single barrel sign in the various butchers, and which is yet to be established the root cause. So, and also besides the National Election Commission have a one-day engagement stakeholder meeting rounds yesterday, and which the commissioners were there for our state to register, and she spoke to them on the same issue that she confirmed the situation is good. The engagement was civil voter education, and that is election everybody business. We should voice off on the violence and give them a sign of election, how we can better carry election allow to avoid and so many problems within the election during electionary day.
So where are the three persons? Where are the three persons that sustained major wounds from that fracas?
Yeah, the first one is a female, Madame Sata Boa sustained injury with a major. Puri Madame sustained injury with a major. For Fadiru Kone, who was shot there, it was very major. He was put into Tingi Medical Center and later was transferred to JFK Hospital. But the two persons I talk about, Aisata Boa and Puri Madame, they left at home because their own injury is not major.
Has the country police authority made any intervention?
Yeah, and I spoke with the county commander, Joseph Soko Monba, is the county commander in chair. It is true, the mission intervention, but keep my lack of manpower. There are no security area. According to the commissioner, there are only 2 joint security there, and she's not calling on the security department of the government to deploy manpower onto the election because our particular area on day and day I have been noted for electoral violence. Anytime we come to electionary processes.
All right, thank you, Fode. Thank you ever so much.
It's a pleasure having me.
Okay, Fode there in Grand Cape Mount County. Let's run to Bon County quickly and speak with our man Nathan Colley, find out what's going on in Central Liberia. Nathan, good morning. Welcome to the program this morning.
Well, good morning, manager, and good morning to Anthony as well as your Williams. It's good to have me this morning.
And how is Banga this morning?
Well, Banga is good. We have a good weather. 10 years up to now. We are not experiencing rain. Let's go for that.
Okay, that's good. Now, tell us, what's the latest in that part of the country? What's going on?
Well, the latest information here, after 50 years, Bon County has now received the traffic light, and that traffic light project initiated by Johnny P. the Senator in Bon County. And after that, all the social media and in the lecture center, people have made some counter reaction. They said the traffic lights were not timely, and it was provided where there's no information, education to what people. Saying or in the county, like observe 2 incidents involving.
Just speak out a bit louder. This is very important, Nathan. Speak out a bit louder.
Yeah. Yes. Send the introduction of the traffic light. We have observed 2 incidents occur. A guy coming from most of the country and in collided with a cyclist right around the Banga police station built there. And we also observe another one because the traffic lights were painted 3 places, and those 3 places is a major crime where people normally you see cars were speeding and cyclists, and they have another one to be to intersection at the 5 junction. You know, it's a politics of some people are criticizing, but majority number of Bonkies praise Johnny P for the initiative because if from Moravia and only Banga will be having a traffic light, so they say it's a good initiative. Even though Johnny P is a politician, but they like the issue of the traffic light in the county.
Okay, and what did he say prompted his action to have install traffic lights in Banga?
Why he saw the need because the introduction of the traffic light, at least some of the incident rate will reduce because some of those places like it were planted there where normally you observe the issue of accident, people coming from Ganta, people coming from Mojo. But now with the introduction of the traffic light, at least now the high rate of accident will going to continue in the county.
Okay, thank you so much, Nathan. We have to leave it at that, and we look forward to hearing from you tomorrow. Do have yourself a great day.
Thank you.
Okay, he's our man Nathan Colley. My man, how somebody will get vexed because they install traffic light, and intellectuals are saying that it's because of the traffic light, and there should be education, which I agree with. But that education, in my mind, will not apply to drivers because it is a common thing that for you to get in a car to drive, you should be aware of
so the
but the
the
drivers should
education
already
should be
be acquainted.
provided
The drivers are already
to
aware.
pedestrians.
Pedestrians.
So
I mean,
Elijah Grano,
okay.
Sino County correspondent.
Quickly,
ABC
quickly,
Radio
we
on the
have to
line.
go. Mhm.
Elijah, good morning. Welcome to the Morning Breeze.
Good morning, Chief, and good morning to everyone following the show this morning.
I know you are in Greenville. Okay, Elijah, just tell us what is happening now in Greenville. Politics is on the top of everything.
Yeah, so as it takes now, we have begun campaign in Sino. Politicians have started their campaign in Sino, but the training issues now on the political scene is one of the senatorial aspirant in President of Representative Quinton O. Duncan. Yesterday, thousands of citizens gathered at the port entry of Greenville to receive the 3,000 solar light Representative Duncan promised to have delivered before October 10th campaign. So yesterday, the Solar Light Center, and it was huge celebrations for the people of Sino, especially where we don't have electricity in Sino, and people feel that at this time having a solar light, 3,000 pieces of solar light is very important. So yesterday it was a serious jubilation across the county. I mean, the 3 electoral districts to have received.
Elijah, when did Representative Duncan promise the 3,000 solar light?
Well, it was some 6 months ago, and he made a promise when he also pledges to take 300 press into the United States of America.
Has it done that?
Well, they have started the process already. Other people have gotten a passport already. But as of whether yes, they have taken a leave, no. Nobody has departed China for America yet. But people came to do the training because I'm told it's a Tibet program, and they have to train the people before they go to the state, and they have to work for a certain amount of time before they get their own time to work with different institutions. So the group came and they started the training, they completed, people were certificated, but nobody has departed this county for the United States. But the solar light arrived yesterday. He made similar promise with the school buses, and the school buses were provided 3 months after the pronouncement. Again, in this time, he has provided the 3,000 pieces of solar light.
Okay.
And currently it is in China. It is what almost everybody is talking about now. Even most of the platform, while it's true, there are other media institutions that have been supported by politicians. They have their own view about it. But other platforms, again, are saying thank you to the representative for the initiative.
Okay, we have to leave it at that. Thank you so much, Elijah. Thank you so much. We closing up on the correspondence segment of the show this morning, and come back to studio. Yep, return to studio and go straightly to those issues that matter. But first, let's take this announcement from, and I'm doing this because of the people of Liberia, not even because how they call them LEC, but they've put out an announcement to the public, and I want to read that quickly. From the Liberia Electricity Corporation. Our people have been suffering over the past few days regarding power. Okay, the purchase of, some of you, if you use LEC, if you see LEC correctly now, guys, if you're not stealing,
everybody is using LEC correctly.
If you're using current LEC correctly, you'll notice that there's been problem with the recharge. All right, because they've said they've got a problem. I think you discussed it yesterday or the day before yesterday.
Yesterday we talked about
okay,
that.
they have a problem with the service provider and whose platform they've been using over the time. So let's read this announcement. LEC wishes to inform the general public that it is stepping up measures to reduce the time customers take to buy electricity token as it works with Libango to restore NEMA vending operations. As part of these efforts, the LEC management is announcing 5 additional Lone Star MTM numbers. These numbers are 0887 333 525, 0887 333, that means 333 333 526, 0887 333 527, 0887 333 528, and 0887 333 529. Now, if you observe, these numbers are in sequence. All you need to do is add 0887 333 and you put 525, 0887 333 and you put 526, 0887 333 then you put 527, and 0887 0887 333 and you put 528. The last number, that's 0887 333 and you put 529. Now, to purchase electricity through these numbers, follow the steps below. So these numbers are provided for you to purchase electricity. You know how we do the normal mobile money thing. So the first step is that you will dial *156 *4 *7#. Again, dial *156 *4 *7#. Then the second step is you select 2, which is the collection services. You select 2, which is the collection services. The third step is you enter one of the 5 MTN mobile numbers provided above. The number we just read to you. You will write it in the third step because receiver reference, you enter your meter number. All right. After you finish putting the money, you send something else will come. They call receiver reference. In that place there, you put your meter number there. Now the 7th step is to confirm your PIN, your mobile money PIN. All right, is to confirm your mobile money PIN. So after you finish putting the meter number there, you send. They will ask you for your what? Your mobile money PIN. You put your mobile money PIN there. Okay. Now the instruction further reads: on receipt of your payment, LEC will generate and forward to the corresponding token, or forward the corresponding token to the phone number from which the payment was received. That means if Anthony used his mobile money number, it is on that number they will send the token, yes, that he has purchased. They will send the number to that particular number. So That's why it would be bad for you to go to mobile money place for you to do it, because maybe when a 5% go there, the man who did the mobile money will be difficult for him to determine it. And because of the time frame it takes for you to even get your confirmation. Now it reads further. Customers should give us up to 24 hours. You got that part? Customers should give us up to 24 hours from the time of payment to complete the process. So it means it takes an entire day for the payment to be completed.
So if you want a current tomorrow,
you want a current tomorrow, you got to do it today.
Yes.
Don't let the current finish from your meter before you buy current. That's what it means. All right. For customers in Kakata and its surroundings, you can purchase your token at LEC substation near the Booker Washington Institute or at the administrative building in Kakata City. For our customers in Bomi and Kipman counties, kindly make use of the mobile money numbers provided above or call 0776-830-938. Again, 0776-830-938 for support. The management of LEC is grateful to its customers and the public for their patience and support. There's plenty of money they're supposed to pay for this thing we just did. But again, it's our duty to the state. And so we've decided to do that, to read the announcement, a sport announcement here, and we decided to read it to you. Exactly. So you can as well go on the Facebook page of LEC. Most of you have smartphones. Go on the Facebook page of LEC. All right.
They do that thing for them to bring it to the station.
Yeah.
Pay money.
To pay money, they will not do it. Yeah. That therefore our people been reading it here say go on LEC Facebook page and look at the instruction there and back on.
Very long process.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether some people even have the patience to go through.
Well, so you have to
not too many persons have patience for that.
So you go there once we have lettered people now. The lettered people can go there and do it, waiting your token. Yeah. But here is the thing. Do you prefer going on the line, standing there for 30 minutes, 45 minutes to buy a token? Can you wait for that? Obviously, if you can do that, then you can do that. But this is an alternative they've provided to the public.
So I think while Liberians are working with that alternative they provided, there's a need to swiftly restore the service.
Exactly. And that is what we need to happen.
The technical challenges,
whatever it is,
with the service provider,
it should be resolved.
To have that on course.
Yeah,
let's hope that particular alternative is effective. And it can be trusted.
I would try and see.
Yeah,
yes. I would try and see.
Yeah, it can be trusted. That's key. But it comes from the LEC, so we know anything that happened, I didn't want to be held liable. Yeah. If I put my money there after 24-hour Martina can, then I am all responsible.
So you see, we were talking about that yesterday, Fidel, with the technical challenges they have now. If it's not handled swiftly, it could also serve as a recipe for more power theft. And that could also undermine the effort of Madam Bro and her team, who've been working overtime to ensure that the issue of power theft is minimized to a greater extent.
Well, there's one reason why, they say, what if you don't want
you don't want the cat rat to eat a fish or the rat to eat a fish.
Don't let the fish tell the fish
not to smell.
Good. So for some reason, we just need to encourage our people to go through the right process. I mean, power theft, of course, has not helped us. It will not help anybody. What it does is like it drain our country. Exactly. And resources that you go to different development initiatives or the expansion of LEC's capacity will be undermined. And so we encourage our people to please go through the right process and get their electricity. All right. And even though we know the underlying factor that this entire breakdown in the platform has cost all Liberians. And in fact, one night I had to sleep in the dark because my current went off in the middle of the night. I mean, yeah, we want all the b-ball that what can happen. All right, guys, let's make some progress. Yesterday, the Secretary General of the Coalition for Democratic Change, Jefferson Koji, was at the headquarters of the ANC. Somewhat unprecedented, guys.
Yes, I followed that yesterday, Fidel, and I was shocked when probably get a word or two from him regarding his visit to the ANC, and he was emphatic in saying that his visit to the ANC was all about going to express sympathy to the hierarchy of the ANC for the loss of the late Dana Neten of Bapolo County. And according to Koji, when the CDC lost 3 of its partisans, the ANC issued a statement that was signed by the standard bearer, Mr. Cummins, expressing sympathy. So perhaps it was in that regard.
Reciprocity.
Yes. And so later on during the course of the interview, he said, this one actually shocked me. He said, if the CDC would do business with any political party, would be the ANC, but that's going to be in 2029. And he described Mr. Cummins as a good man. I'm like, what's going on? But anyway, later on, I realized that, politics, sometimes people will say breed strange bedfellows.
Yeah.
So, anything can happen in politics, but I think it was a good move on the part of Koji to have visited the ANC to express sympathy, to the ANC family for the loss of their chairman in Dana Neten, the late.
Even in Bapolu, when the president went to Bapolu, the president recognized he paid the last respect to Senator Neten. At every point, he asked for a moment of silence in memories of Senator Neten. So I think, but maybe anyway, but yes, that's a way to move as a national leader. Koji is not just a secretary general; he is the city mayor of Monrovia. His party is the ruling party, and so maybe when the president is not available at the moment to move to some areas, those Koji and others should be the full soldier to move ahead with some of the things the president should have been doing. Maybe because the president is busy in our campaign, you are aware. So that was a good move anyway. But like Tio said, I may say only the American do business in 2029, but that one, I don't know discussion.
Mr. Comey has been critical of the government, always pointing out the ills in government. He's always clear about corruption, in government. So I'm like, this man who has been very vocal, or who is very vocal, the CDC is saying perhaps they will support him in 2029 or do business with him in 2029. Well, again, it's politics. We're watching to see how that will play out. Our eyes are on the ball.
I think it is a smart move from Koji. All right. And he particularly, and I say this because out of the criticisms, at least for now, he has dialed down a bit. He has been under intense criticism for his conduct, even though he has denied on many occasions that he's not associated with those things that are, those allegations that have been levied against him. Remember the situation with the Gloria Musu Scott thing, and of course there are a lot of revelations that came out. To a certain extent that exonerated him, and I think what he has done has played in favor of the CDC politically. This is a party that many believe whose members are to a greater extent extreme. Now, they've taken on that extremism cap through their SG to visit the headquarters of the ANC. Well, they could have also written a press statement, all right, and expressed sympathy to the ANC. But he decided to put the boots on the ground, which is an indication that, look, we as political parties or key figures in political parties, there's no need for us to be at each other's throat, regardless of how intense the campaign is. There's always a possibility for us to mend fences in the future. But at this point in time, we are contesting for the same position. Our parties want to take the helm of power in 2024, but we have to also be very empathetic of what we go through as individual political parties. And I think the message has resonated well with even those in the ANC that, look, this is a show of nationalism. It is a show of patriotism and a show of empathy that regardless of our political differences, we can still stand in the gap for one another. I mean, to make sure that we keep on the smooth path. Now, it may have been on, I mean, a plus from the what I would say, day by day perspective in our country. When somebody die, whether you and the person are speaking at the time where you go spend better with the family, but it also a plus politically because it demystifies the thought that, you know what, they're born and they don't want to do business with anybody. It demystifies the fact that others who thought that the CDC wouldn't have gone to other political parties, especially ones that have criticized them to a greater extent, mend fences. That thing in the past now. Koji stepping on the, imagine Koji, Jefferson Koji.
Yeah, leaving the headquarters of the
leaving
ANC.
the headquarters, going on there, I mean, at the headquarters of this, I mean, it's very strange. So that is a strong political message. And I think that will be obviously utilized by people now in ANC now starting the way we in UP now speaking, say, I think CDC will be our the worst case scenario. We have to go to second round, and our party, our party does not go to second round, and then we just start thinking CDC way. That's the message right there.
And like you mentioned, Fidel, is good. You know, if all of the major political leaders in this country would do that, I mean, it would show a sign of, you know, nationalism, like you regularly put it. Councillor Gongli, remember he did similar. He visited the CDC headquarters.
It was not only the CDC headquarters. He went to
other parties,
other political parties.
Yes.
He was trying to build whether alliance or what was he doing? But he went to political parties headquarters.
So with the high political pressure in country, I mean, you and I know that the hate is just too much. People criticize one another. The worst place is social media. So if all of the political leaders in this country would just do that as a means of being nationalistic, I think it's going to help to a greater extent as we move towards elections in our country.
Okay.
I mean, that will be a sign of friendliness. It will be a sign of, showing love for country, regardless of the different political affiliations. I think it will be good for us as a country.
Okay. Now, guys, let's move forward to this very, very critical issue. And I will, before we begin expanding on this issue, I don't know, Anthony, whose phone is that? It keeps, before we expand on this issue, who here from Nima County? Of course, not Anthony. Are you? Because Prince Johnson in this video, he spoke, I don't know what it was.
Gil, yeah.
Gil, man, I need somebody to interpret this to me. Folks, kind of listen to this recording and and before I play this recording, I want you to listen to this one first. I want you to listen to this one first before I play this recording right here. This is ABC Radio 105.7. This is the Morning Breeze, and we're happy to have you here with us this morning discussing national issues. I'm trying to get the one that but guys, get it for me while I play this one. The one in which what's his name? Jeremiah Kuhn was talking about the former vice president, the Unity Party standard bearer. I want you guys to get that one for me while I play this one.
But I want you to be careful. We are fighting for Nima County to take the lead, and Nima will win in the name of Jesus. Basa with us, Bapolu with us, Bombing with us, Lopa with us, Bon County with us. What is your problem? Then you on the radio on me. Hey, my brother, what I do?
All right.
You gotta change, because you know your boss cannot cover the whole berege. We're fighting for you. Equals our moment. Nimba will win Abio Battle the Park. I will make a paper at Kokaroji. And we did it. We are fighting for you. We're begging you people. If you make the man disgrace, or it will be good for you. When you turn to the man against our prayer for you to produce vice president, the old man is old. He take Kuhn to be vice president. When we win, then I could be doing the job for you. Can he go and pay a Kokaroji? And we did it. We are fighting for you. We're begging you people. If you make the man disgrace, or it will be good for you. When you turn to the man against our prayer for you to produce vice president, the old man is old. He take Kun to be vice president. When we win, then that Kun will be doing the job for you to produce vice president. The old man is old. He take Kun to be vice president. When we win, then that Kun will be doing the job for you. Can he go everywhere? No. The old man is old. He take Kun to be vice president. When we win, then that Kun will be doing the job for you. Can he go everywhere? No. Go everywhere? Vice president. The old man is old. He take Kun to be vice president. When we win.
Okay, guys, that's the first one. Now let's
the one from
Jeremiah Kun.
Do you have it now?
Yes, I have it.
Okay.
Things could happen behind the scenes. So I supported Joseph Boakai, knowing that by 2023 he'll be tired. Okay. Knowing that 2023 he'll be tired, he could have a good heart, everything good, but the brain is going down. You're not holding the end, you're moving down the hill. This is nature. My father, right now, I buy him paper. Every day I gotta buy a paper. There's a man who bought me paper before. I'm buying him paper now because the time has reached. So I thought the old man could be president in 2017 and run for this. And he himself said, he said, when you run for one term, he himself said it. I agree with him. 2023, no, I disagree.
Guys, listening to the two recordings, and I want us to make this extensive. Even if we'll go 11 o'clock, we'll go on the show this morning.
Right.
But this is a very, very important issue.
Very critical.
Very critical issue that we cannot sweep under the carpet.
And I hope our friends who are listening to us this morning will listen to us in good faith. And will listen to this and understand it in the context in which these guys are speaking. Because the thing is very clear. It's good that Fidel play it over and over in the game. And so even if they're having problem, some of them having problem with understanding, we still play it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm waiting your perspective. Yeah.
Okay. So the first thing I listened to Senator Johnson, when Fidel was starting, he asked who from Nimba. And I'm hoping that our friends from Nimba some of them can call in to tell us what the man, what the man said in that Gio. But again, the man said, we praying for you, for you to produce vice president. So the first thing is for you to produce vice president, he's being segmental, or he being travel in that line. So our own side can produce vice president. So our trap can produce vice president. That's the first thing. The next thing is the man said Joseph Boakai is old. Boakai cannot do anything. He cannot go anywhere. The man choose Kun to be vice president. Kun come and run the affair of the country. Kun will not be vice president. From what Prince Johnson is saying, Kun will not be president for Liberia. Joseph Boakai will just be there in shadow. And that's just clear. Boakai can go anywhere. Kun will attain hunger. Kun will attain everything. In fact, Kun will make a larger decision of the country. The man brain weak now. Then Kun comes in to say, I supported the man because the man, the man ain't ought to do anything. The man might have all of the knowledge, right? But the brain has declined. So, yeah, but the first thing when the man brain decline, anything you said how the man will do is just like a child. Anything you tell your child, that what a child will do. The fact that the child is not able to make independent decision. So Joseph Boakai brain decline. It means that he is not able to make any independent decision. And sometimes I ask myself, why is it that Joseph Boakai or Ambassador Boakai is allowing people to play him around with politics, considering his age and his health? So Kun has just confirmed or just validated some of the things we see that.
Say Prince Johnson now.
And Akun said the last second one.
Akun was, I mean, let's say 2021, 2020. 22.
Okay.
Yeah, there, but let's say 2021.
So Prince Johnson and his man Kun, now they try to validate some of the things we said in the past. That Ambassador Boaka is being used by some of those who are around him only because they want to achieve certain things. So if the man is being supported by Kun and Senator Prince Johnson only because he's old, it means that as soon as he becomes president, can we even trust Jeremiah Kun and Prince Johnson with Joseph Boaka? No. All of the support they're providing to him to be president, trust me, we can't trust them. In fact, some of those who do not support Joseph Boaka presidency might even love Joseph Boaka than Jeremiah Kun and Prince Johnson. Because if you support anything you do on a condition, it is not done at a good fit. You're supporting the man because he owe. When the man wins, there is a possibility, there is a likelihood that something will happen to him.
And you step in.
Presidency itself has burden, has pressure. Then you have pressure from those who supported you for you to be president. Because as soon as a man become president, the pressure comes on him. The pressure from those of you who are around, who want to get something, he might break down and collapse. What will happen? Jeremiah Kun is the next president of Liberia. Fidel, I want to stop right there.
Okay.
At the time.
Okay.
Yeah, Anthony Government laughing. Fidel, we've said this thing over and over and again. And thank God that all of the things we've said in the past have been validated now by Prince Johnson and others who are linked to the Unity Party. People predicted this. And in my opinion, I feel that they have a plan. And that plan is to use Ambassador Boaka to get to power. They have a plan. And that plan is...
Go ahead, sorry.
To use Ambassador Boaka to get to power. I mean, a man like Prince Johnson with that bad history, bad record, the man who was on record for murdering a sitting president, to have even agreed to do business with such a man, I think it was a mistake on the part of the Unity Party. And I felt disappointed for Mr. Boaka, with all of the knowledge he claimed to have, to even do business, to even align himself with a man like Prince Johnson only because he wants to become president. What we're hearing from the audios, the leaked audios, is a clear indication that those people have motive, and the motive is to use Ambassador Boaka to rile him and control things at the end of the day. I mean, listen to those kinds of things they're saying in the recording. Listen to them. Listen to them keenly and analyze them for yourself. You come to realize that they have too many things on their sleeves. We said this thing here before, and other people feel different about it. Now it's coming to pass. What we predicted before is now coming to pass. Those people have no good plans for the country. They want to use Ambassador Boaka to ascend to state power. Men like Prince Johnson. So, I mean, to hear the recording now, it's not strange to me, Fidel, because we predicted this before. So I'm sitting here wondering how folks in the Unity Party have received this recording. What are they saying? I heard somebody say the other day, just last evening, that the recording was tampered with. Yes. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, every day they get different story.
Are you kidding me? So at what point you want this thing to reach before you realize that this man has a motive? At what point? At what point? So I'm not surprised that Prince Johnson was speaking in the manner in which he spoke. I'm not even surprised that Jeremiah Kun will also speak in the manner in which he spoke. But the fact of the matter is, those who are within the Unity Party must not see that, or must not get to know that those people have motive, and the motive is to rile Ambassador Boaka to ascend to state power. They have to be careful. Prince Johnson is I will say this video. I don't know how you will see it or how the audience will see it, but Prince Johnson is not someone to trust. He's unpredictable. You and I know that. He's highly unpredictable. The man has a bad history. To have even allowed Mr. Bwaka to align himself with Prince Johnson, I was disappointed. For all of the knowledge he claimed to have, all of the experience, to have allowed himself to go to bed with Prince Johnson, men like Prince Johnson, I was disappointed in Ambassador Bwaka. And I think they have to rethink. I don't know whether it is possible because we are at the 11th hour. We want to break whatever alignment with Prince Johnson and others now. I'm sure it's going to cause more danger for the Unity Party. And they have to think again.
Okay, let's play the last one, guys.
Ephesians 6:8. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 8. It says, whatever good you do to anyone, it is God who pay you. Because God knows that people you do good to are the very people sometimes who can starve you. So the Lord said, I will take care of it. So for the sake of our country, this man is now, I went through night, sleepless night. I suffered day and night for 4-5 months, making the arrangement. They put Yomi Kanga Lauren one side. She was to be the running mate to the man. And Costa then was to be the running mate to the man. Yomi Kanga Lauren one side. Yomi Kanga Lauren one side. Arrangement. They put Yomi Kanga Lauren one side. She was to be the running mate to the man. And Costa then. Today, they push everybody one side and take Kun.
Okay. Yes, where I want to go first. I pray to God every day to have a long life. I pray to God every day to be able to see my grandchildren. I pray to God every day to give me good health. I pray to God every day that I will reach the age of the Unity Party standard bearer, Joseph Boyka. But why I am praying to God, I'm also cognizant of the fact that when I reach that age, I will deteriorate in a lot of things. One, I will have, hearing impediment. All right. My grandchild will be talking to me, say, maybe the grandchild has to hear, Grandpa, before I hear my grandchild. Right. I will have little diseases. All right. Because of old age, I will experience dementia. That is being able to recall things and remember things. My grandchild will tell me, Grandpa, your food on the table. I will still be sitting down. Because that grandchild yell. Or my grandchild will say, Grandpa, I tell you yesterday, say you want please scratch my back or please do the any mimi. I will still argue with my granddaughter, say, that's not true. Tell me, because I have what? Memory loss, dementia. Now, why are people retired at a certain age? Is because they do not have the strength to continue. Now, I know people will make reference to different presidents across the world who are presidents now. They normally would not speak about how effective they are, obviously, because they know that those presidents at that age, they are not that much effective. Now, if you look at the Unity Party standard bearer, and you look at former President Ellen Johnson's relief, who do you think is a bit more older than their friend? Let's look at it like that.
Well, obviously, I think.
I don't want you to think. I want you to be sure.
No, Ambassador Bwaka is older than
yes.
President Sirleaf from the way the two of them, the PA, the way the two of them sound.
Age-wise.
But the reality is between their ages, the former president is older than the former vice president.
Good.
But
physically,
but the two of them appearance, the former vice president appear older than the former president.
Okay.
Even from the way the two of them sound. Just 1 or 2 days ago, former President Sirleaf was chanting yo, and you could even listen to the strength in your tune. Paul Ambassador Bwaka on True FM I think a week or two ago,
Mm-hmm.
and listen to him.
You could barely hear him. You could barely hear him while he was on Truth FM.
Okay.
You know, at the time. Like Anthony mentioned, I was surprised when I saw former President Sirleaf quite recently. I mean, still looks strong.
She's 84 years old.
Yes, still strong. Still able to balance very well. Physically, if you compare the two of them, I give Ellen the edge.
Okay.
Given her age.
Good. And I know I already knew the answer to that question, but I decided to rhetorically ask because for us who grew up in the interior, there are lots of disadvantages that we have. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf may have grown up in Liberia, but she went to the United States where she spent most of her formative years.
Exactly.
I mean, receive the best education, all right? Receive the best medical care, and so she's able to withstand. Or her health will be a bit more, I mean, at her age, she'll be much more stronger than Joe Boakai. Joe Boakai is 78, and Ellen is 84.
6 years different.
But you see, you understand the point I'm making?
Yes, exactly.
Good. So, if you are comparing the age of someone who lives in the Western world, how they move, take for example, Joe Biden of the United States. And I'm setting the basis before I come to this whole recording conversation. All right? Joe Biden is stronger, right, than former Vice President Joseph Boakai. You see how he moves. All right? Ellen, I mean, let's keep it local. Let me not take it out. Locally, Ellen is 84 years old. The Unity Party standard bearer is 74 years old. So you understand that she's stronger than him. I mean, in terms of physical strength.
78.
78. Yeah. 78 years old.
Yeah.
In strength. All right? Ellen is stronger. Now, why am I making this point? Senator Prince Johnson, the entire party, MDR, they are aware of this deficiency. They are aware. And they've decided that in the midst of our knowledge of the former vice or the Unity Party's standard bearer condition, what we can do is to put ourselves as vice president or vice, or running mate.
Yes.
Running mate. We can put ourselves as running mate. And ultimately, realizing the condition, his I don't want to talk about health, but his age. Realizing his age, we can run this country. Now, there is absolutely no problem with a certain sect of people running Liberia. I mean, being president of Liberia. In the event, God forbid, something happens to the former vice president, Jeremiah Kun automatically becomes the president.
Yes.
But what is the worry?
That's by the Constitution.
What is the worry? The real worry is for Prince Johnson to admit that the man who we want to elect will not function as president. Have you got my point? It's not that after he should have left, Jeremiah Kun will become the president is the issue. The real issue is that we elect somebody who will not function as the president, though he is occupying that seat. Guys, I hope I'm making a lot of sense. In this recording, Prince Johnson has said, what kind of strength that man get to go here and go there? That we the one will be doing most of the work. What does that imply? That he understands that the Unity Party standard bearer does not have the capacity, does not have the strength to function as president.
The physical capacity.
So if he does not have the physical capacity, he does not have the strength, what is the essence of the people of Liberia electing him as president?
Desperation.
Somebody needs to answer this question. Somebody needs to answer this question. If he does not have the strength, as indicated clearly by Prince Johnson, if he does not have the strength to function as president, not even about thinking we'll go to the other side where we'll talk about Jeremiah Kun, but the fact that Prince Johnson is aware that the standard bearer of the Unity Party will not have the capacity to function as president, what is the point in electing him as president? Then I mean talking that the people who heralding the campaign
what's the point
of Unity Party that then talking then I mean you say the man Nana, you know, the man, you can't be talking bad about the Unity Party because we the one on the ticket as running mate.
Yeah.
The mayor, when we elect you will not be able to do no work.
Yeah. Was it a conversation with a journalist?
Yes, with a journalist. A journalist who has been very critical of the activities.
The journalist has been very critical. In fact, the journalist from Nimba County. He, Prince Johnson,
so
now
he's using tribal sentiments.
Yes.
He phoned in
to brainwash.
No, he calls him. He doesn't phone in. He has a one-on-one conversation with the journalist.
Okay. So the journalist has been very critical of Prince Johnson, Joseph Boakai Tike. I always say Prince Johnson, Joseph Boakai Tike because.
But that is what it is.
Yes, because they did not Jeremiah Kung and Joseph Boakai Tike. That Prince Johnson and Joseph Boakai Tike. So the guy has been critical of the Kung Boakai Tike, the Unity Party. He believed that making Joseph Boakai president of Liberia is not the right thing because obviously he will not be the president. So Prince Johnson now try to the normal way what we say he try to beat sense in the man's head, right? To say, my man, the thing here we praying for you to get president. I need my man. So for you to get president, for you to get vice president, we talk to the man, we not face it in the man, tell the man. Oh, then you're against us, we praying for you. Obviously, the man become president, he will not do the work that our son.
That our son will do the work.
That we don't want to come and run the show.
So those of you, I mean, it is just a message for people who believe that, hey, let's make Joe Boakai president. He's a very decent man. Of course he is. I mean, he has integrity. Of course he has. Let's elect him. He will fix our country. These people are aware that the Unity Party standard bearer will not be able to do the work. That Dan will do the work. Yes. Now, if that Dan will do the work now, then let's go to them now and streamline them as individuals. Prince Johnson, for example.
So Fidel, before you come to Prince Johnson, right? Boakai might have all of the knowledge. Boakai might have all of the charisma to do the work, to deliver Liberia, to better the country, all of the leadership ability.
But he not get the strength.
But Boakai, again, and that's the reason why sometimes when people want to streamline Boakai, you always have to go strictly to his ability to work effectively, because you are effectiveness based on the strength you have. And one man will not go sit down in one room or sit down in one place, can wake up, can move, can even talk, can stand for the first 30 minutes to talk, then you say the man will be president. Boakai could do everything. But the fact that Boakai is not able to do anything, Boakai is not energetic to move, to go to places that we expect him to go as president today. George Weah is moving all around. The last time we saw George Weah, he went all over the place.
Let's take George Weah from out of the conversation, Anthony J. Fan. Let's address this issue as it is. Take George Weah from out of the conversation.
No,
I don't want him to be a part of the conversation. Because the argument could be the men are president, you get all the strength. What thing you not do? We don't want our conversation to be here.
Okay. So
yes.
So Liberians could need Joseph Boakai in the southeast. Now Nakun come and go there because the southeast road is bad. Joseph Boakai is not able to ride on one car to go to the southeast, to stay in the first 5 minutes to talk to the people of the southeast. Who is sending there? So that Jeremiah Kung. Jeremiah Kung is not going to meet the people as Joseph Boakai, who is the president or who will be the president, should meet them. The next time is we come and go to Onga. Who is coming to go to Onga? You go to Onga, you have to go among your friends. You will stand and talk. Who is going to represent Liberia at Onga? He said Joseph Boakai or Jeremiah Kung. Jeremiah Kung go in there. That Prince Johnson are quoting so. Jeremiah Kung go in there. During the State of the Nation address, when you deliver the State of the Nation address, you have to stand.
For more than 3 hours.
You stand for the last time President Stelly stood for 2 hours. Joseph Boakai will not stand for the first 1 hour that Jeremiah Kung come and deliver State of the Nation address for us. In no time, Joseph Boakai will wear away.
Who becomes the president?
Jeremiah Kung now our president.
So let's put these things
Jeremiah Kung now is on the pedestal, not Joseph Boakai again.
Let's put these things simplistically. There are lots of people who believe in Joseph Boakai, who believe that Joseph Boakai can turn things around. But as it is right now, in Prince Johnson's voice, then Boakai will do the work.
No, Boakai not president. Boakai will not be president.
So those of you that depending on the the Unity Party standard bearer to change things, he will not be the one changing things.
But Fidel, Anthony, the folks from the Unity Party have argued that this has been the argument, right? If Boakai wins, given the the level of criticism he has received about his physical ability. They've argued that if Baka wins, Baka not going to march to go eat iron. He's not going to march to go eat iron.
Yeah.
If Baka win, he ain't going to live for iron. He ain't going to be jogging in the mansion. That has been the argument.
But here said now.
Forgetting to know that you have to be physically fit as well to do a lot of things. You have to. So they've ignored that because they feel that, Ambassador Bwaka is still best suited to lead this country, not taking into consideration all of those things. And I think they're making a mistake. They have to think again. The folks from the Unity Party will have to think again because it is not clear that Prince Johnson and others have their plan. And their plan is to rile Mr. Bwaka to get to power. If that happens, Prince Johnson is likely to be a de facto president in Liberia. And given his history, we don't want such a man to have anything to do with power in this country. It was a mistake by Nimbayans to elect this man to become senator 3 different times. It was a serious mistake. So we should not campaign on the basis of that. We should not elect people on those kinds of reasons, for those kinds of reasons. I think it's wrong. It is wrong. It is completely wrong. It's clear that their plan is to rile Ambassador Bwaka. They have motive. That is the motive. It's clear.
And
they're working together.
And this is not that we are against the people of Nimba County, by the way. This is not that we are against the people of Nimba County, but what appears to be a sinister plan to rob our country.
Exactly.
Because the unsuspecting public we come to realize.
Look at the individuals. They bring it to us.
Their entire focus is on the former vice president. He has integrity. He has worked in government. He has the experience. But these individuals who are behind him are aware that this man does not have the strength to function as president. So they will be doing. Look, they're not coming from me, but let me play the thing again. They're not coming from me.
It's not a secret.
The worst thing is, all of those who are following the Unity Party, they're not doing it because of Jeremiah Kun. They're not doing it because of Prince Johnson. They're doing it because of Joseph Bwaka. You hear the thing? Prince Johnson said.
So with this one
they push.
I want to see how they will respond. What will be the response? What will be the position?
The message all the time.
I am not waiting for a response from the Unity Party or the MDR. I am telling the people of Liberia that the decision that you are about to make, if care is not taken, you may plunge our country to the worst chaos that you would think. They're not war. No. They're not war. Nobody will go to war.
No.
But your expectation,
the
expectation that you have that the former vice president will change things in this country, the expectation that you have that with a Joseph Bwaka presidency and a very decent man coming to national leadership, things will change in this country, that expectation will not come to fruition because the individual that you're depending on, there are people who are planning to usurp his function and that he will not function and they are aware he will not function and because he does not have the physical capacity to do so.
They are aware of his physical inability.
Let's play the thing again.
So they will use that to get to power and run things.
Yeah, run things. Let's play it again and go to the phone lines. Yeah, our guest already here. What's the problem coming from again?
President.
Okay.
Well, we win. And I could be doing a job for you. Can you go everywhere? Oh, battle the park. I would make a paper of Cocarozi. Hey, Quasi, boom, and we did it. We are fighting for you.
That was smart. Me put it in. I don't want nobody. Yeah, I want everybody. Yeah. Okay. I think I got it now.
We make a paper of Cocarozi. Hey, Quasi, boom, and we did it. We are fighting for you. We're begging you people. If you make the man disgrace, or it will be good for you. When you turn to the man against our prayer for you to produce vice president. The woman is old. He take Kun to be vice president. When we win, then I could be doing a job for you. Can he go everywhere? No. The woman is old. He take Kun to be vice president. When we win, then I could be doing a job for you. Can he go everywhere?
No. this is a national security issue, and I don't know whether the perspective from which I'm looking at this thing, a lot of people are looking at
for Joe to interpret that.
This is a national security issue, and I think Liberians should consider this as that. Yeah,
according to Joe, so Joe can interpret that.
Has he listened to it?
Joe always following.
Has he listened to it? Confirm that from him
so
first.
I'm calling him. I'll ask him.
You didn't ask him on the radio.
So
ask him off the radio, bro. Yeah, ask him off the radio. Let me show that you let the man that you call in and you come in.
Ephesians chapter 6 verse 8. He said, whatever good you do to anyone, it is God who pay you. Because God knows that people you do good to are the very people sometimes who can stab you. So the Lord said, I will take care of this. So for the sake of our country, this man is now I went through sleepless night. I suffered day and night for 4-5 months, making the arrangement. They put Naomi Kanga Lauren one side. She was to be the running mate to the man. And Costa then. Today, they push everybody one side and take Kun.
Oh, so that Prince Johnson made Naomi Kanga Lauren were now on a ticket.
Yeah.
That Prince Johnson made Costa was. Yeah, I mean that these are true confessions, and these are the people.
So you see it?
Yeah.
This supposedly is even making scripture references.
Yeah. I push them one side. You don't say I have conversation with them and convince them. You say I push them one side.
They may get time for them.
Push
them one side.
What kind of
Yet, Senator Nyomdi Kanga Lawrence and the rest of the folks
with sincerity,
with their clear minds,
they
are still seated with Joseph Boaka, Jeremiah Kum, and Prince Johnson, and they say they're running campaign.
Desperation and deception at the highest level. Desperation and deception at the highest level.
That Prince Johnson
within the Unity Party because of the involvement of Prince Johnson and Jeremiah Kum.
So that Prince Johnson push Nyomli Kanga Lauren one side. Ego.
Ephesians 6 8.
That's dangerous.
Ephesians chapter 6 verse 8.
So you will ultimately, before go ahead, ultimately you will also push Joe Boaka one side.
The man push Nyomli one side. He push Henry Costa one side. 2% the man push one side. So
because he won him, you will push one. You will push.
So in the first audio, the man say Basso with us. After you push Nyomli one side. And because Nyomli came back and say, I will support Joseph Boaka. So at the rescue mother.
Yeah.
Now, the man, after pushing the woman one side, the woman came back with clear mind and say, the woman with she with us. The woman with you with clear heart. But you looking at her with dirty mind.
But a lot of the woman not even know she was pushed one side.
No, she didn't know
that decision as a decision of Joseph Boaka as a person.
Yes.
She didn't see it like there were intense negotiations that led to her being pushed one side.
Exactly.
And there you go.
When she hears this, I'm sure it's going to be something.
Ephesians chapter 6 verse 8. It says, whatever good you do to
Joe can speak to it. And I want to know, I want clear interpretation.
Yeah, get me off.
Yeah.
Get me off.
Joe,
I'm going to get you off again.
Get me off, yes.
You want to talk to Joe
okay, let's go to the phone line 0777 105 100 0777 105 100 0555 105 100 0555 105 100 are the numbers to call this morning to hear you. I mean, to be a part of the program. Yep.
So that hold on a bit. Joe said he tune in the gear pass in it. So let's play that gear pass.
No. Let him play from. Send it to him. Let him play it, bro. We got lots of. We don't have time for that.
I don't have it.
Yeah. After you, he will send it. Good morning. Yes, my brother.
Yeah, this is Kid from Central.
You say that?
This is Mr. Kiduba Howard calling from Central.
Let's hear you, my brother.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your platform. But this is what on my mind I have to explain about what the discussion is about. No matter what the case may be, or how you guys explain the story, Joseph Yuma Boy is his difficulty he's going through. I don't care. You don't explain those kind of things. If you're running campaign, just be bold and say this man is what we want. For you to be
So what do you make of the recording?
No, who's done
Anybody can say anything.
Okay, good. Okay, we stop at that. I mean, he
all
accept the recording. Anybody can say anything. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. This is Patrick Wesley Nangwe, calling from Camp Johnson Road.
Let's hear you, my brother.
I must commend you guys this morning, for exposing that tip. For expose this guy, the bad intention they have for this nation. Most especially Prince Johnson. In this nation, Prince Johnson should be preaching peace. Should be preaching peace. He shouldn't be going about trying to, do all sort of things, that we lead this country to a problem.
Okay, thank you. We have to leave it at that quickly. No time to waste. There are lots of people on the line. Good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen. How you guys doing?
We're good.
Okay, my name is David.
Now did you listen to the recording?
I listened to it last night. I listened to you guys not too long.
Okay, what do you make of the recording?
To be very honest with you guys, like you said, you don't know how the Unity proceeded. I will take this for free. The Unity can have the Prince group on the same mission with different assignment.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, same mission,
different assignment.
Different assignment and different job description.
Exactly.
For me, I'm looking up to Jesus for God. That's what I think. I'm looking at my father be coherent, remove control, and listen to the revelation. They are still encouraging to their people. Gentlemen, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
A serious national security threat. Good morning. If Joe Baka were elected. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother. This is Sean Baku from District 6 this morning. I think they recorded their speech follow about what these guys are trying to do to our country, where they want to get our country. Prince Johnson then trying to get empowered since 2011, but God did not agree to that, so he want to use the other side to power for a law as far as God. Together we elect president, we are never happy to do it.
Okay. All right. Let's take this person. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, kindly get away from the. Yep.
And yet we stay acting ahead to the president. We are the one who make Liberia to be looking dead to the day. President, we are who make Liberia lack of room for the children.
No, President. We have a responsibility to better it. So don't even get our excuse.
They are not in the interest of Liberia. They just have their own self-political interest. But God has shown us this thing. We are going to open our eyes and re-elect president. We are going to let our interest. They want to break.
Okay. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Has he listened to the recording now? Have you sent it to him? Or the man online? Okay, I will play it since it's not online. Morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. Your name?
Okay, my name is Arthur David Bafon. I live in
Did you listen to the recording?
Yeah, I just listened to the relay for you people. I listened to it from my friends who recorded it.
Okay.
Yeah, first of all, I want to give credit to you guys for educating your order the time. But Prince Johnson, I'm highly disappointed in Prince Johnson. Prince Johnson, as a security man, and man, as a society man, you can't talk to that. You know the reason why I gave men Coca-Cola store room for men. If you talk, if you in the midst of if you're talking, if you talk, at certain point in time, if you want to say something, you swallow, you finish, straight to the Coca-Cola. Well, I'm having such a full integration. Make it talk to that.
Okay, my brother. Thank you. Let's take it. Yeah, Megan talk. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, brothers.
Good morning.
Yes, I've been following the topic, and I know I'm Jim Benedict Greatwood calling from Kiowa.
Benedict, you listen to the recording?
Pardon?
Did you listen to the recording?
Yeah.
What do you make of it? Or what do you make of them? Because they are two.
Yeah, Prince Johnson saying, I mean, just his perception, but what I want to...
You said that a perception?
It's just his own way of thinking.
So what is your own way of thinking?
How do you analyze the recording?
How do you analyze the recording?
That's what I'm saying, Prince Johnson. What you saying there is somehow tribalistic. So,
what do you say?
But what I want to say here is, when we talk, I mean, the way you people present that, actually, it's just like the United Party people that do not know what they are doing. Some of us, for me, I'm an independent analyst. And I don't think that Joseph Walker is a man that would be used at all.
No. There are conditions. There are conditions that are irrefutable. There are, conditions that you cannot fight. OH, for example, you cannot fight it. Hello?
Yeah.
You know you can fire OH, right?
Yeah.
It's a good thing. Everybody wants to get OH, right? But when that time reaches, you have to succumb to OH. Do you agree with that?
I may agree, but you see, there are individual differences.
And what is the difference in this case? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Dad. Thank you so much. All right. So let's
from a different
yeah. So let's play it. I mean, he said there are individual differences, but we see this difference rearing us in the eyes. For him, there's no problem.
Yeah.
You see, that's the issue with us Liberians. If we try to look at Liberia as a big picture, right? As that country that we all committed to, instead of being committed to individuals, will make it better. Jeffan, your man ready? I'm gonna play the recording now. All right.
I want you to be careful. We are fighting for Nima Kante to take the lead, and Nima will win in the name of Jesus. Basa with us, Bapolu with us, Bombing with us, Lopa with us, Bon Kante with us. What is your problem? Then you on the radio on me. Hey, my brother, what I do?
All right.
You gotta change, because you know your voice cannot cover the whole Berege. We're fighting for you. Equals our mama. Nimba will win. Abio Bato the pa. Abu make a paper a cocarozi. Hey, Quaze, boom, and we did it. We are fighting for you. We're begging you people. If you make the man disgrace, or it will be good for you. Ephesians 6:8. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 8. It says, whatever good you do to anyone, it is God who pay you.
Okay. All right. I don't know whether we'll have Joe on the line. We want an interpretation. You can't get la interpretation.
Will beg you. You look boom.
Joe, good morning.
Morning. General, you got me sitting here laughing. You're speaking to you, but you can't understand that what he's speaking.
I'm telling you.
All right. From what I heard, the first one is that we're fighting for you. Then the other portion, what he spoke to you, had to do with, if we win, we will bring you over, we'll not forget you.
Okay.
And the rest of it in English.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So, you look boom, what it means? The last part.
Well, I got it. I'll tell you the video.
I would not cause that. Okay, and now can we take our guys? Yeah. Yep. Let's take more calls. 0777 105 100 0555 105 100. Yeah, Anthony is off my.
The message when we will not forget you.
Yeah.
Mesmerize the man. So we make it shut up.
Good morning. Good morning, my brother.
Yeah, this is John Sumo.
Yeah, John.
Yeah, it doesn't threat to the United Party. For some of the United Party say that it can control it with the but it can't. Because the first thing the woman is small and look at the kind of character who pushes that one side and push Costa one side. Anything to get rid of the woman, off of it, and then the party, according to the constitution, this man will take over.
Exactly.
And the United Party will lose their position. But mind you, he's a government. So when Prince speaking, let's look at the other side. If possible, Prince Johnson could be a vice president. And this Jamaica is a government. So he can take over as a president and start to select who as president.
No, but he's been documented as a Nemayan. So take that one from there, argument there. He's been documented as a Nemayan. Yeah. All right.
I think this is what Joseph Boga is traveling with children now because I trust they don't want to do.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, you're traveling with, but when you sit down in the seat, now the children will be there. Morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. My brother, I always say anything that in the cloud, they tell you it's rally. I don't know how it's in the cloud, it will fall down one day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an ex-military man. We got something in military called chicken elephant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, chicken elephant.
The thing what Prince Johnson and he made the planning, it will never work.
Now why the Liberian people now? You're the Liberian people, you need to stand against this.
If Prince Johnson walk, I know about the man. And Jeremiah come, they should strike that man down, and Jeremiah come and become president. And it will never work.
Yeah.
I know about Prince Johnson, I know him well. I know what he can do.
Know your history.
But bro, with the Liberian excuse we are not stupid. So because the secret has come up, you should not even waste our time. That's why we're not win. We're not here for that for our country. But somebody might use the bar brother, when he win, he might use the brain the white way. We will never do that.
Okay. All right.
Because that the plan together.
That the plan
is still.
That the plan.
Thank you, my brother.
Okay, thank you. Then one year we now go to them and go put finger in their throat for them to talk it.
No.
We not go to them.
We not find it anywhere.
We not find it anywhere.
We
not go and pull gun to Prince Johnson and say, Prince Johnson say the thing.
I enjoy the journal respond. I say,
okay, I hear you. But guys, this is, and I think this will be our anthem for this entire campaign.
Exactly.
Look, listen, the stage our country has reached now, we do not want this country to retrogress.
Exactly.
Not at all. And we do not want people to be used as poodle to achieve their goals. Do you remember that Prince Johnson has contested for the presidency? How many times? 2 times, right?
Yeah, 2011 and
2000.
No, 1 time.
1 time, right?
Yeah, 2011.
He has ambition for the presidency.
That was
now. If he
2011,
2011. Okay, 2011. 2017. Did he contest 2017? Yes, Prince Johnson contested 2017.
He won the seat. He sent a seat in 2005, right?
Yes.
Oh, good. Now he contested in 2011.
Yeah, and
in 9 years.
In 9 years. In
2014.
2014. When he defeated Edith Gonglo Way, when the two of them went there in 2014. So he
in 2023 now, right?
Prince Johnson, President George Weah, they were elected as senators again. When Prince Johnson was getting re-election, President George Weah won the senatorial seat.
Let's get this.
I'm very clear, very sure.
Prince
Johnson was elected 2005. From 2005 to 2014.
Didn't he contest as president in 2005?
No,
he did not.
Okay.
For the senatorial seat.
Okay.
So 2011, he went for the presidency. You know the man smart.
Yeah.
The time his senatorial thing expire, he can't go for presidency.
No.
Because when you try it,
there will be
you will not get position again. So he can go for a senator or something. When you get it in your hand, then you run it, then you go sit down somewhere. You see what happening? You know what happening now? They may go in for a senator or something. This election.
Yeah.
So he dare go for
the
presidency.
So that's smart. Yeah. He won't get something in your hand. So some people, this is it. He has always had ambition for the presidency. Now you've denied him that particular position.
2 times.
Liberian people.
2 times.
You not deny him. So for now, the man say, okay, they don't want me to be president. So I will find a way to be in our executive mansion without even them knowing that I'm in there. That is the danger you are posting to our country.
Desperation.
That is it. And to you, I know a lot of people who support the Unity Party. And they support the Unity Party because of Joe Boyka. So if Joe Boyka was functioning in his position has been accentuated by Prince Johnson, then what's the point in electing him? What's the point? What is the point in electing him? And I even won't go to Jeremiah Kun record. Because if you go to Jeremiah Kun record, you will also realize that I may even fit to be president.
No, it's not.
In a succession line.
It's not.
He is not.
It's not.
He does not have the capacity. Look, being a president is not a day's board job.
It lacks the pedigree.
And that is why people were supporting Vice President Joseph Boakai, and you know, some of all were beyond them, supporting them, and you know, finding some kind of way to support them. But that kind of revelation the men have made, how you will support Joe Boakai?
It's difficult.
How?
And our friends in the Unity Party will have to learn from this.
Yes, how? So those of you in the Unity
Because
Party,
they've created enemies for themselves, Fidel.
see the revelation you now made on the woman here. You push the woman one side.
You push Henry Costa one
You
side.
push Henry Costa once. Also, you understand why Costa is angry now,
Yes,
right?
yes. Costa already angry.
You know why you're angry now,
for
right?
normally with you.
Yeah.
Now, if normally hear this,
You're too talking now, and I'm for you also.
So you could make normally angry to say, oh, the people here, let me go back.
Oh, I'll get clean half for
even
them.
though she already inside, but she could back off.
Exactly.
And that's backing
Costa now will get more angry. They say, oh, but then the people here, maybe I'll consider, even though I've not gone anywhere,
yeah,
I could decide to go to them. But all these things are hearing, no.
So that
I
the
come
people
in
are
fire
fighting
them more.
against me.
You see that?
Well, water waste a waste.
You waste.
Don't die
You can
that.
pick up water,
You
yeah.
can figure A. You can
Waste a
figure A.
waste.
All right, guys.
It is time for them to read between the lines and know the motive of Prince Johnson and others.
Man, the Prince Johnson said, surprise me. How you be talking plenty like that?
You can't bring man.
How you gonna be talking plenty like that?
That the message. The reason why God gave men vocal cord.
Yeah.
That's certain thing for it. When you want to talk, you just chunk it back to the vocal cord, then you hold it.
Yeah.
Now Prince Johnson over talking.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
I'm playing people like Prince Johnson then.
Yeah,
I'm playing people like Prince Johnson then.
They can't joke, yeah. My
I'm
man,
not for ourselves.
let's take this break. When we come back, we usher in our guest this morning on the program. This is the Morning Breeze on ABC Radio 105.7 with Min Fidel City.
It's It's narrow. Teeth and tongue can fret, but they can still eat fish and cookies together. You from the other side, I on this side, we can still dance together. Let's come together, betting the peace. Liberia is all we have. Oh. Babu popole, la gloire mon Dieu mo. Aïe babu popole, la gloire mon Dieu mo. The time we take to cause trouble, we should take that time to do something constructive in unity. Mama Liberia need us. Mama Liberia need us. Let's stop it to my head. It can benefit us when we pray for each other. We will succeed when we come together as one. We will succeed when you get on your knees to pray. Put Liberia there. When you get on your knees to pray, put Liberia first. Atateng in a kwa Abama Oyanombo by Labua Jikpa. Let's stop undermining one another. Put our interests last. Put Liberia first. Let's come together. Betting the peace. Liberia is all we have. We don't want a palava. We don't want a halala. We don't want a palava. We don't want a confusion. Let's come together. Betting the peace. Liberia is all we have. Teeth and tongue can fret, but they can still eat fish and cookies together. You from the other side, I on this side, we can still dance together. Let's come together, betting the peace. Liberia is all we have. Their love we have for each other.
time for us to show ya. Put aside the tribalism, put aside the criticism. Yeah, let us work together and move the country forward. When mama and papa not happy, the dishes can be empty. When mama and papa ain't here, the children can be happy. Now what we want, now what we need, now why I prefer, now why we prefer. Let's come together, let's in the peace. Liberia is all we have. Let's come together, let's in the peace. Liberia is all we have. Live music, the elephant.
But together we're going to make this country better. Good morning, welcome. This is the Morning Breeze on the final segment of the program. Our guests come from the Liberia. Is it the national debate? Okay, national inter-university debate. Uranso was here the last time prior to the official launch of the program. Yes, and now he's here with two other persons. I'm sure they are from the I'm sure they are from the different universities participating into the. Okay, all right. So they will introduce themselves better, but we're here. Let me start with Uranso. Guys, good morning. How you doing?
Morning, and it's good to be back here.
Okay. So I'll go around the table. Or you want to introduce your guys? I don't know. Something somewhere is not right. All right. Yeah, let's go around the table to introduce your guys. How you doing, gentlemen?
We are fine.
So can you help him move the microphone a little bit closer to him? That's great. All right. So you have to introduce yourself, and maybe if you are from a school participating into the tournament or participating into the tournament, you have to also talk about that. Go ahead. Yes, go ahead. The first person.
My name is Aaron Zidi Donnan, and I'm from the Stella Maris Polytechnic. We are the champions for the just in the edition of the Liberia Inter-University Debate Championship.
Okay, my brother, go ahead.
My name is Christian BP Bai with YE, and I'm a member of the Stella Maris Polytechnic Debate Team, the current champions of the Liberia National Inter-University Debate Championship, and the current best speaker of this first edition.
Uranso.
Yes.
You want to introduce yourself again? Yes.
Yes. So my name is Uranso Sergi Soma, and I'm the team lead for the Liberia Debate Council and the convener for the just ended Liberia National Inter-University Debate Championship 2023 edition.
Just before we move ahead, let me say thank you for that initiative. Let me say thank you to our now champion of the just ended edition of the Liberia National Debate. Well, it's good that we have young guys participating, coming up with flying colors. It's a great thing that we're here. Thank you very much for the program. Thank you for your participation, guys. And let's move on. How was it?
So it was actually a great experience from the organizers' perspective. We actually exceeded what we had in mind to do.
Okay.
And I think to an extent, the tournament in itself was mind-boggling and life-changing for all of our participants because as you're aware, we use a format that was used for the very first time in Liberia. That is the British parliamentary format of debate.
Right.
So for some of them, it was new because they had only like 15 minutes to prepare for each debate rounds. And within the space of a week, they had to play eight preliminary rounds, along with a quarterfinal, semi-final, and a final. So it was super intensive, but it was also educative for them because they had the opportunity to debate some critical national issues and some trending issues around Africa and the world at large. So all in all, we think that the tournament in itself was a very big success.
How many participants do you anticipate? How many of them participated into the tournament?
So initially we reached out to 16 different universities from all around the country. But going into the tournament, we had only 8, and that was due to the fact that some of the universities could not make it to town because of the road condition, like Grand Jide University College, the Tubman University in Maryland, and other universities from out of town. But for those that were closer to town, some of them they had issues, right, with the administration. I'll be blunt with this. I think some of the universities around need to get their priorities straight, because we think that it is somehow an irony that a higher learning institution would not be willing to support an intellectual, club within your school to participate in said tournament.
Okay.
So we had 8, but the thing about the tournament is that each university had the opportunity to come along with at least 5 teams. So remember, it's the BP format of debate, so it was 2 speakers to a team.
Okay.
So they were at liberty to come along with at most 5 teams. So we had over 150 persons, debaters,
Okay.
with the exception of the judges, staying at NVTC for the entire period of the tournament, where we were taking care of their feeding and their lodging for the entire period. Yeah.
How was it like bringing together more than 150 persons, staying in one place that you have to, guys will come to you later, taking care of their feeding, taking care of their lodging, where you also have to bring folks from outside the country. How was it like?
It was cost intensive. It was really cost intensive, hectic. But like I said, at the end of the day, everything turned out to be great, and it was a success. And like you mentioned, we had international guests also that were a part of the tournament. We had judges from Ghana, the Accra Technical University, and they even came along with their Dean for Students Affairs. They were all staying on the camp, and every one of them contributed to making the tournament a huge success.
Let me come to my guys, who took to the intellectual podium to ensure that among 8 universities, among over 100 debaters coming out with flying colors, coming out at as number 1, the first phase of our country in the first ever British Parliamentary Debate Forum. Guys, let me start with you. Sorry, I have a little problem with names. And so let me start with my guy from the far right. How was it for the first time you participated in a British parliamentary debate session?
For my end, it was kind of challenging because I've been playing debate now for about 4 years since high school.
Okay.
And I've been with the Warrior School debate format, the Car Proper debate format, the Lincoln Douglas debate. These are formats that I used to play, but getting to university debate for the first time.
Just a minute, Smith, can you help him pull the seat up a little bit? Yeah, so he can be on par with the microphone. Yes, see. Yes, that's fine. I think that's good. Yes, thank you very much. So go ahead.
Yes, so as I was saying, these are only formats that we used to play. The Lincoln Douglas debate, the Warrior School debate format. These are the only formats. But getting to university, we expected those formats as well. But another new one was introduced, that the British parliamentary debate format, that have 4 teams doing a game, and you have 15 minutes before the game, 15 minutes for preparation. You can't use your phone, you can't use foreign materials. So it was actually challenging for us because it was our first experience. But how it went out, we did our best. Yeah, we did our best going through it, though it was challenging, but we came out with flying colors.
Again, let me ask the next fellow. How was it with you? Similarly, with your friend, the same question.
It was amazing and also challenging because you have like 50 minutes before the game. No coach, no book, no internet. You just look at the topic and work along with your teammate to come up with ideas. You have to speak for like 7 minutes. So you're giving a topic in 15 minutes and you have to speak for 7 minutes during the games. You have to be like very, very creative. You have to be someone who read a lot. So it was challenging at first because we had like 8 rounds. So like the first 3 rounds, it was kind of a little bit challenging, but as we move ahead, it was smooth because I have the best teammates, so we're cool. And then now we are champions.
Do you see that as a mind opening or eyes opening for Liberians who participated, like you, who participated first for the first time in the British parliamentary debate format?
Yes, I see it as a great opportunity, and let me say thank you to the Liberia Debate Council because we need this kind of initiative in this country because it puts students, more especially university students, to the point that they become independent because now you can just sit and discuss issues that are trending and issues that are even in our own country without like using the internet or having to like just shout, but you can discuss issue and people can listen to you because of this format.
What did you take away from that format of debate that you just experienced?
Oh, from my end, what I take away is that whenever I see debate that has to do with policy, or whenever I see situation that has to do with policy or just responding, it takes me no long period of time to respond to certain issues because during the debate we play several motions that has to do with critical policy crafting. Like in the final game, we play a motion that has to do with ECOWAS intervention in the Niger crisis.
Okay.
So we have to create a room on how ECOWAS will intervene in Niger crisis and several other topics. So I think it gave us the space to think wider whenever we see something that is impromptu. Yeah.
And you?
When I was watching the news last night, the U.S. General Assembly, they're about to meet, and there are two key issues they're going to be discussing: serious coups, and they're also going to be discussing climate change.
Okay.
So when we were debating, we debated on issue about carbon emission, and my team and I, we craft a policy or solution to bring it to mitigate carbon emission. So I think this format gave students the idea that they can find solution to problems within society.
And so with that, like you said, you are able to maybe respond to some critical issue, to analyze some critical issues in just a split second without going back and forth with yourself.
Sure.
Iranso,
yes,
having young guys, talented young guys, sitting around the panel, talking, discussing issues of major concern in such a forum that you introduced for the first time in Liberia, and seeing as young as they are coming out, above all, what challenge or what were the challenges you encountered during these periods of your debate process?
So I think the very first one is funding to implement from the initial stage. To an extent, I think you're aware of that because you are even present at the launch and you saw that we received limited support in terms of funding to do this. But nevertheless, we saw the need, to create certain level of change, especially when it comes to debating Liberia. So we were not deterred by that. So funding was one of those things that pose serious threat to hosting this. Another one was the fact that it was a new format. So one of the major challenges we had was providing training for all of the different debaters. So about 2 or 3 months before the tournament in itself, we had to conduct rigorous training sessions for all of the different debaters. So we needed to have it in person, but because of the fact that we had others from out of Montserrado, those sections were held online, and the internet condition in our country. So because of that, we had like a huge challenge getting majority of them ready for the tournament, which led us to even having sections, 3 sections at the tournament itself before we could begin the actual debate. So those were just few of the many challenges that we had during the process to making this work, and some we just can't mention right now.
When do we expect to have this again in Liberia?
Okay, so the second edition is next year. This is something that will be happening every year.
Okay.
Yeah, so every year there will be a national inter-university debate championship.
So this was the mailing edition.
Yes,
Okay.
but most important to our being here, because we told you previously, I think when we talked about this, we told you that there is something called the Pan-African University Debate Championship,
right,
which is like the African Cup of Nations for debate. And you also have the World University Debate Championship, which is almost like the World Cup for debate. So by virtue of the fact that they are champions of Liberia, they will be traveling to Togo come December to play at the PAUDC, which is the Pan-African University Debate Championship. And again, we are going all out to ensure that the champions of Liberia are represented in Togo. Again, we are seeking fundings for this. And we want to reach out to people listening, stakeholders in society, to see the need to maybe say, okay, I can provide support to the champion team to ensure that they get to Togo. Because let's be honest, right? They are the ones we call future leaders for tomorrow. It is only right that we empower them. It is only right that we give them the needed, support to prepare them for that leadership that we keep tagging them to. And this kind of activity, they are actually the ones that prepare them for that leadership that you tag them to. So it's prudent enough that you just put your money to the place, you keep making those statements, or the people can say, put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah.
That's just it. So if you keep calling them the future leaders, of tomorrow, then it is only right that you try to support them. So we are reaching out to people again to see how best we can raise funding. We need to get them their flight ticket. We need to get them their registration. We have the official invitation already from the Pan-African University Debate Council, inviting them to participate at the Pan-African University Debate Championship in Togo. So that is where we are right now, working on getting the champion to Togo in December.
Was there any prize for the winners?
Yes.
What was it?
So we had a cash prize. So this is it, right? And we'll be honest. I think to an extent, all of the universities, the ones that participated, the students mainly, they understood the importance of debate. And the tournament was so exciting in itself that even when we told them, look, guys, all of the people we reach out to help us with the cash prize, and this is something that we haven't told people, only those on the camp knew about this. All of the people we reach out to help us with the cash prize, majority of them lied to us. They didn't come true with their promises, and we do not have a cash prize. That was like 4 or 5 days before the final. And they were like, it's okay, we don't care. We are here to compete. We just won the championship. We won the bragging right. And that shows in itself how much they value such an educative initiative, right? And we were moved. And at the end of the day, the tournament in itself, it was so amazing. So the reality there is we should have given $1,500 to the first winner and $1,000 to the second winner. But because of limited funding, remember, we had to spend thousands of dollars providing 3 meals a day for them on the camp. We had to secure lodging and all of that. We had to get the trophies, the medals, media coverage, too much expenses that we couldn't meet up with the cash prize, and the individuals who promised that did not come true. But all of the institutions there, they understood the situation and they went through the tournament, and so far so good. We've been going good with them.
And this was a free of charge
yes, all of the schools participated free of charge. No funding attached.
So it means you have not given them their cash prices, or you give them little instead of giving them the 1,000, 1,500. Okay,
so we are still going to get it to them, but I'm saying they haven't received it yet.
Okay. So again, I'm coming back to you. You should be going to Togo to represent our country after you practice, because I want to call that a practice. You practice, you justified your inclusion into the African debate. How prepared are you to represent Liberia? What do you intend to do for us as you go to Togo?
From the end of the champions, we are saying that we are still getting prepared because there are majority of materials that we need to consume before December.
Okay.
The tournament is in December. There are huge amount of materials that we as a champions need to consume because the PAUDC is not a small platform. It's a whole African platform that have all the African countries. So we are saying that we are still preparing, but we can assure you that we're gonna secure our place at the PAUDC.
Yeah, so at the PAUDC, you have universities from all over, like Iranzo said, is like African Cup of Nations.
Right.
So we are ready and really excited to represent our country, Liberia, on such a stage. And like my team said, we are really, really prepared.
Iranzo, what level of support do you need from Liberians to get your guys prepared, get into the PAUDC, help Liberia succeed?
So one, motivation is key for them right now.
Okay.
And most importantly, finance. So what we have been doing is we've been doing a media tour firstly, trying to see how best we can, use the different platforms to raise the money, calling out people to at least contribute, even if it's your nickel or your dime, towards this process. And then another thing is we've been arranging meetings with stakeholders, at least people who can be able to inspire them, motivate them, with their words and give them that kind of a backing as in we are with you. So we held a meeting with one or two persons on yesterday, and
Yes,
and the conversations that were held on yesterday, I think to an extent, every one of them will agree with me that it was inspiring, not just for them, but even for me, who was a part of that meeting. So we want to say thank you to those individuals. We don't want to mention names for now, but we want to say thank you. The team met with a couple of stakeholders yesterday, and they provided inspiration and motivation to them. But at this point, what we need the most is finance. We need to get them their plane ticket. We need to get them their registration for the tournament.
If you're joining us, you're listening to The Morning Breeze. It's on ABC Radio 105.7. Well, we talk politics this morning, but yet we are discussing education. Our young brothers have made us proud. They are expected to go out of Liberia to go and represent the country. What we can do is to provide the necessary support, moral support, financial support is what they need now to go and represent our country. Many times people will say Liberia can go anywhere, but sometimes we are prepared to go somewhere, but because the support is not there, and so we remain in the back. Let's go to the lines to talk to a few of you. Maybe somebody can call and say, hey guys, how much for you to go to Togo? I'm taking care of the entire team going to Togo. Yes, we have people here that can do so. Let's hear from you. 0777 105 100 0777 105 100 0555 105 100. Maybe we can take 2 or 3 calls because we have limited time to go. 0777 105 100 0555 105 100 are the numbers to call to be a part of the conversation. If you can call, well, if you can have you, we already have a call here on line 1. Hello.
Morning.
Good morning. What's your name? Where you joining us from?
My name is Joma Ford, and I do join you from Firestone, Magibi.
Go ahead, Joma.
Okay, so let me say thank you to the team in studio this morning and to the organizer, Mr. Iranzo Soma. I was one of the participants in the just ended tournament of the Liberia Inter-University Debate Competition, and I can tell you for sure, it was something amazing that the young people themselves felt like their voice were being heard. And I want to use this medium to call on our stakeholders around the country that I think this is something that they should be supporting to ensure that young people can go out there to make memes and be able to make Liberia proud. Because many a times you see people out there saying that the country, the education system is complete mess. But I think from what the young people are doing through debate, through policy making, it proves that surely thing that will be brought to light and brought to the support of those that are in the position to make it happen. So I like to call on the stakeholders in our country
to be able to invest in something that our young people will go out there and make name for themselves and the country at large.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother. Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead, 1 minute.
Yes, first of all, I'm calling to inquire. I want to say thanks to the creators in studio. It was a great movement for all of us who have participated in the great competition. I want to say thanks to them for winning the championship. So let them keep on. We are getting prepared for them, but next year to take on the championship.
Let's hope that you can support them to go to Togo and represent our country first.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you.
We all want.
Thank you very much, my brother. And so we'll come back to you. We'll come back to the guys. We'll start with you. You're sorry, my problem is with name. What's your name again?
My name is Chris.
Okay, Chris. Yeah, Chris and Aaron. I don't think I'll forget. AC. Aaron and Chris. So let's start with Chris. Then we'll come to Aaron. Now we'll come to Uranso for your closing remarks. Let's hear from you. Finally, let's go. What can you say to your followers, those who support you, just in 30 seconds each?
Yeah, what I can say is that the only way we can get to Togo and bring the championship or to secure a spot or a place there is with their financial support, is with their moral support. But finances means a lot because we can't move from here Togo with empty hands. We need their support. We need their money to go there, and we are doing our best as the players. We are reading and we are preparing. So the only way they can help us is with their support. So we are encouraging them. If you are following the show, all you can do is just call and say, I'll make this available, or meet me at so time. I'll be able to provide this. We really appreciate whatsoever support they provide.
Thank you, Aaron.
Yeah, so like my teammate said, we really need their financial support, because if you look at other countries that are going at this platform, you see like a huge support from everyone in our country like South Africa, country like Mali. They send their team with huge support. So Liberia is not different. We believe our people can help us to get there.
All right, Uranso, just in a minute, no time.
Yeah, so thank you again for the opportunity. It's always nice to be here, right? But